Alright, so this stream's going to be a little different than any other stream that I have done so far. A little warning, this stream is going to have lore in it, so if you do not want to watch, you can skip this stream and go straight into the next stream if you want. But yes, you are going to see a very rare side of me. I will not be interacting with chat. Like, I will have chat open, but I won't be interacting with chat. Other than right now, this is before the law, this is pre-law stuff. So, yes. You don't have to, like I said, if law is not for you, you don't have to stay for this stream. You can skip on and join me in the next kingdom, in the next stream that I do. But are we ready? Because you're going to see a very different side to me than I think you just haven't seen before. It's currently 12 in the morning. But are we ready to start the law? Hello Moon, you are just in time. I will start the law in a couple of minutes. I just want to let people jump in. So, because I don't want people to get confused as to what's going on. This stream is going to be pure law base. And hopefully it should be an interesting one. It should be a good one. I hope people do find it interesting. I don't know necessarily how long this stream is going to be, but hopefully it's not going to be a long stream. Not like my usual streams are, they're like a few hours. This one's going to be, so you're not going to be talking to chat. No, I have chat open on my phone, but I won't be necessarily talking at you. I will message in chat to see how you were doing through the stream, but I won't necessarily be speaking to chat. But I will be keeping an eye on you through the stream. Because this stream is pure law, like pure heavy law. So, yes. Are we ready to start? Are we ready to do this? Because I'm very nervous about doing this, but I am wanting to do it. Did you say I drank 10 bottles of water? That's good, Moon, that's good. Yeah, get all of your chattiness out the way, because once I start law, I won't be, I feel like I'm dying now. That's a good sign though, it means like your body is happy that it's had water. But yes, if you have anything to say to me, please say it to me now, because when I start law in 2 minutes time, I won't be able to interact with you. You will get full law shade, which is a very rare thing. Face reveal. I won't be doing it. You know what my face looks like, Moon. I've already done a face reveal. The face reveal is done. I did it a long time ago. Okay. Are we ready? Haven't seen all your TikToks. Well, go watch them if you want to. My face is on TikTok. Okay. It is time. I was being sick. I know. Alright, chat. It is time for the law. Are we ready? Because this is a side to me you're never gonna see. Well, you rarely see. Are we ready? No. Okay, well, I'm going into law anyway. If anyone comes into chat and they don't understand what's happening, try to explain to them. I will try to interact with chat on my phone as much as I can, but I can't guarantee it. Okay? In 3, 2, 1. Now I have been around for quite a numerous amount of years, but never in my time alive have I seen a place or a kingdom such as Azrador before. It is a strange place. Yet I feel oddly at home in this strange place. I never intended to come to Azrador, nor did I ever intend to settle down, but yet here I am. It is a strange feeling, one that I could never truly understand. This place, this strange place, it feels like home, a feeling I have never felt before. Well, feeling I haven't felt in a long time. Well, I suppose I better introduce who I am. And I suppose I better tell you all just what this place is, this place that I call home, and how I came to discover it, and the history of this amazing place. I don't expect many to listen. I expect that you will be curious to know more. I don't blame you. Well, shall I begin this tale? Because I can assure you, it is a good one. I do believe we haven't had the pleasure of meeting, but yet I welcome you. My name is Shaden, but to the people of Azrador, I am Shade. I welcome you to this fine kingdom, this kingdom that I call home, and the history that I look after. I don't intend for many to stay, to listen, to heed my words, but yet here we are. I suppose I should start with the basics, the history of this place. Azrador, well, its history is quite murky. Not many people know of it, nor not many people understand it. The history of Azrador itself and its inhabitants has been unfortunately lost to the hands of time and to those that, well, just want to know, or have their hands on rather, a piece of history. It's a strange concept, one that I am familiar with. You see, my role in the kingdom is that I am the librarian. I am the archivist. That is my job, my role. Yet I also maintain the farms. I look after them, care for the animals, and make sure that the kingdom is, well, prepared for the worst. Now then, I suppose it is time to leave my humble abode. My home, if you will. Well, I can't exactly call this my home. But it is my home away from home, if you will. My secondary place that I like to call home. But yet, my home in this faraway kingdom is one not to be frowned upon. Am I joking? It was quite the honour. I haven't seen the statue of this old friend. I remember when they were building the statue of an old friend. Though I can't say I knew him very well. Why the people of the town, the people of the village do not know that little secret among me. I do believe there's no point in going to the castle today. The Queen is occupied, to say the least, but I suppose I could pay just a small visit. Just a small one. I usually avoid the castle at all costs. But yet, for some strange reason, when Queen Cori arrived, I had undoubting thoughts, unwavering feelings towards this new monarch. The man that used to sit on this throne I despised, hated. He was a cruel man. He thought more of himself than he did anyone else. Yet no one ever knew what happened to him. He disappeared long ago. One minute he was there, the next minute the Royal Guard, Captain of the Royal Guard, should I say, Emmy, came searching for me. She said that the king was gone, and that no one could find him. Strange how a man with such power, living in such a place like this, just mysteriously vanished. It's a strange concept, but one that I do not question. I only rarely ever come to the castle to attend to the library within the castle itself. And I'm only ever called up here unless my duty requires me to. Meaning, if the Queen herself demanded my presence, I must oblige, and I must grace her with mine. Must grace her with it. Strange. I never once pictured that I would be so eager to see that man go. I've never been fond of people in power, but yet the Queen herself seems rather kind, if I may say so. She is, well, slightly naive. But yet, something about her reminds me of someone. And I would rather not dwell on the past. Sunset looks beautiful as always today. I suppose I could pay an old friend a visit. But yet I have other matters to attend to. I am required at the stables. Emmy has announced that we should pick a name for a horse, or rather, pick a horse. And I have been rather on the eccentric side of using such, well, animals. I just need to drop some things off in my home for now. It's not much and it's not exactly comfortable, but it is home nonetheless. At least it feels like home to me. Even if I do feel lonely at times. I suppose I better heed to the Royal Guard's instructions and pick myself a horse. There are many. The name tag itself has quite the meaning. There are more above, I believe, if I'm correct in thinking. Ah yes, but I do believe these ones are named. Indeed they are. Well, some are. This name that I am giving, it holds a meaning, I suppose. An important meaning, if you will. I only wish that he was here to see everything. How much the kingdom has grown. I see that the crops are growing well. I do believe within a few days we should have quite the harvest. Maintaining the kingdom's animals and crop is, well, my secondary job. It is a job that I enjoy very much, actually. The beehive is certainly my favourite place to go. Yet I have to name all of the bees. I wish that I could. Strange feeling. But being in here, this room, this area, it is comforting to me. It helps me ease all the pain. But I must not dwell on that factor for too long. I have the other animals to visit and to maintain that everything is okay. I wonder how they are doing today. Has been a while since. Oh my! Well, you have been certainly busy. And oh, dearie me. I was not expecting so many chickens this time. Well, I suppose as long as we don't have another overbreeding problem again, we should be fine. I just need to make sure everything is stored away safely. The hay bales in the storage area are quite comfortable, to say the least. I remember the first time Emmy couldn't find me. She was panicking. Oh dear, dear, dear. We are having an overbreeding problem. Never really like it when the animals decide they are going to, what is the term? Reproduce in such a way? Oh my. Perhaps I should. Oh dearie, I can worry about that later. Unfortunately, Sparky, our beloved merchant, is away on business. And if I remember correctly, Emmy, the Royal Guard, captain of the Royal Guard herself, is attending to business with the Queen. Emmy gave me strict instructions to monitor the village and make sure the townsfolk are safe. That I can do just fine. Sparky is, well, away on business at the moment. And I do believe many of Emmy's scouts have not returned yet from checking the borders. This place feels like home, but yet it also does not. I settled down here many years ago. I was not intending to, but it happened. The nether portal. Unfortunately, it is off limits. Emmy has told everyone that we are forbidden from using it currently. The docks. Coming down here, unfortunately, brings bad memories for me. I try to avoid the docks every now and again when I come to the main plaza. But yet, this time, it feels calmer. My emotions feel... I feel relaxed this time. Sunrise. Was the most beautiful time in the day. I just wish that, well, I could share this moment. But the pain is too great. In all my years of being alive, I never thought I'd see the day when I settled down here. In a kingdom that is hundreds, if not thousands, years old. In which its own history is clouded in this strange way. The tomes of the history of Azrador have been lost, and yet very few seem concerned by that notion. Very few seem worried, but yet here I am, concerned, wondering what could have happened, if there was a chance that I could have saved those archives, those pieces of history. The history of Azrador itself, why murky and unclear, I can assure you is well kept. Well known, if you would. To think and to believe. I built a statue Of you. We only ever met a few times, and yet here you stand, protector of the kingdom. Has the memory ever failed a person before? Has someone ever misremembered something simply because the little details make no sense? I have to wonder if that is the case. We were both wanderers, you and I, travellers in our own world, in our own way. I never thought I'd see the day when I would settle down. Yet, here I am. First ever king of Azrador. He built this place from the ground up, established that this kingdom was his home, the place where everyone could be themselves. And yet, so much of the history of the first king is lost. However, I was able to recover much. The first king, the first ruler, the first founder of this beautiful place was a strong man, strong yet caring. And yet the legends portray that, not the legends, the records themselves state that he died of grief. A plague swept through the lands. And yet, he died because of it. The grief of losing the people he cared about. The grief of having to move on. His son took the throne after that, and as the common folk would say, the rest is history. I just wish that I knew more than I do now, and how I could use that knowledge to help others. Yes, why the library itself is filled with knowledge and the history of what had happened, and so much of it is missing. So much history. It's gone. I ever wondered if there could be a chance that I miscalculated. That I had done something wrong, that I had miscounted the books, or simply forgot something from beyond, but no, it's not the case. Never was the case. Those tomes, the tomes that I translate from the ancient language that was spoke here, they make sense. They always have. When darkness falls, the brave search for the light, while the cowardly hide within it, hide within the darkness itself. I ever wondered if I was one of the brave or one of the cowardly. If I ever truly belonged here. Can this place still be my home? After spending decades, possibly longer here. I hope so. I believe so. I think I need to go home for the day. Being around the books is starting to give me a headache, and I don't want to remember right now. I can't remember. Not now. Not when I'm finally settling and finally getting my life back together and actually doing something good for once, and I'm one of the officials of the kingdom. And I serve the queen. I am her guard. Not in the same sense that Emmy is, but in the sense that I look after her in the logical sense. No. I mustn't go home. I must not. If I go home and I sleep, I will remember. I could farm for a while. Could ease my mind. I suppose tending to the animals is a good idea. I mustn't go to the tavern. Emmy would be, unfortunately, very furious if I went to the tavern and I was drinking on the job, as she says. I mustn't do that. No. I can't do that. I cannot do that. Okay. I do believe that some patches were missing in the wheat field anyway. My eyesight could be failing me, but it is best to check. Oh, it appears that I was right. I need some more seeds. I do have to thank Emmy for helping me. Yes, we have never gotten on and we bicker like constant children, but Emmy was there for me. Just how I was there for her. Strange feeling, a strange concept, but when you have a shoulder, a person you can trust, a person who you know will look after you and protect you and watch your back when you need it, isn't it worth it to stay in that place? I remember when Emmy first arrived here. A wild spirit that one is. Cannot be tamed and refuses to be tamed. I think that's why she ended up with the horse that she does. Bruno's quite the interesting horse, if I do say so myself. Even though he kicked me in the face once or twice. There we go. I should remember the better memories. The happier memories. I should probably rest. It has been a tiring day. Even though I do not wish to, I must. I must rest. My body is not how it used to be, unfortunately. How on earth did they get in? How did they get here? I can deal with that later. I suppose some sleep cannot hurt. but yet it always does. I miss you. And I hope that wherever you are, that you're waiting. I know you said that you would, but yet I can't help but think that maybe you're not. You would have loved this place. The kingdom, Azrador. You would have loved it so much. I'm sorry that you never got the chance to see it. Because I believe you would have loved it so much. I think it's time for this beloved wanderer of yours to rest. Just wait for me a little longer. I promise that I won't be far behind you. I promise that I will be there for you eventually. I just need you to wait a little longer. I will be there by your side. I will always love you, my dear warrior.